What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. Today, we're going to be breaking down the latest reports around Trent McDuffie's contract situation and getting into a Week 1 injury report for Friday's game against the Los Angeles Chargers. Let's get right into it. All right, Chiefs fans, so this is not the news we wanted to hear around Trent McDuffie. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Nate Taylor, ESPN beat reporter, tweeted the other day the Chiefs and Trent McDuffie are not expected to agree on a multi-year contract extension before Friday's season opener. And then he's got a little quote from McDuffie who says, "Moving forward now, really, it's just about the season and about Friday's game." Which, look, I'm super happy that McDuffie feels comfortable about his contract situation. I want to be clear on that. If he's happy, I'm relatively happy. But I think getting Trent McDuffie paid absolutely has to be a priority for Brett Veach in the Kansas City Chiefs. We're talking about one of the most expensive positions in all of football and one of the best players at that position. If this isn't a priority for you, what are your priorities at this time? If you look at his stats from last season, he is fantastic. He's a two-time All-Pro selection, a two-time Super Bowl champion, and he's a massive part of the Chiefs' success over the last couple of years. Obviously winning 2 Super Bowls, but transitioning to being a team that prides themselves on their ability to defend. If you listen to the Kingdom documentary recently on ESPN, one of the points that Brett Veach, made about the transition the Chiefs had to make in 2022 and 2023 was focusing on defense, becoming a team that can stop you. And Trent McDuffie is a huge part of that. And it shows up if you look at the stats between 2022 and 2023, especially in passing defense. Look at this dramatic shift. I don't know if I've seen a year-to-year improvement like this from a team. And it's just every category they're dramatically improved. Points per game, they're allowing over four per less per game. Completion percentage drops by over 5%. Allowed passing yards per game drops by nearly 50 yards per game. Yards per attempt drops by 0.6. And QB rating is down by almost 9 entire points. That is just dramatic shifts across the board. And McDuffie going from being a rookie, still learning the pace of the NFL, to being one of the more elite corners in the game, making his first All-Pro team that season, was a huge part of the reason why. And when you look at the Chiefs' free agency this offseason, they went out and signed Christian Fulton to a 2-year, $20 million contract for one reason and one reason alone. Harrison talked about it a couple of days ago in a video, but Fulton is meant to play the outside corner role to allow McDuffie to slide back inside. You're making big-time decisions around Trent McDuffie and his success. You should sign him. His contract should be a priority, And I think it's just extremely important that they do get him signed, because we're talking again about one of the most expensive positions in the NFL. Look at some of these contract figures. They are no joke. $19.5 million and up for the top 10. And again, McDuffie's an elite corner. He's going to land in that 27 to likely over $30 million per year range. We're going to talk more about Trent McDuffie in a second, but first, I want to show some love to today's sponsor, Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. And when you download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS, you'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Pro football kicks off tomorrow night, and Prize Picks is here to make every snap more exciting. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in and win up to 2,000 times your money. This weekend, I've got a lineup with Dak Prescott's special discounted projection on more than half a passing yard. That's a freebie. I'm also going on Saquon Barkley's 93.5 rushing yards. I'm taking the more on that one. And I think Devonta Smith gets in the end zone at least one time to cash that lineup, which is a simple 20 to win $60. It's a 3 times promotion. So if you want to tail me on this one, fade me on this one, no matter what, just do it at Prize Picks, where they put their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, where it's good to be right. Back to our discussion of Trent McDuffie. And again, you don't want to wait around on a contract like this. Not only is it one of the most expensive positions in the NFL right now, but it could quickly become more expensive. There are a number of players over the next year, 2 years, that could increase the price for top end corners when they sign their own deals. One of them in particular could reset the entire corner market, and that's Christian Gonzalez with the New England Patriots. He's one of the most elite corners in the NFL right now. His deal is set to expire in 2027, but New England's a smart team. Their GM, Elliott Wolf, is likely to get that deal done early. He's a priority piece for that team, and I think he could reset the corner market sooner than Kansas City expects. If you look at what the Eagles have done over the last few years, who've become the blueprint for NFL success, they sign their guys early. I would not be surprised to see New England follow suit and put Kansas City in a rough spot. So why don't we be the ones that put them in a rough spot? Why don't we sign Trent McDuffie before they sign their guy and be the ones that force them to pay more, not the other way around? Now, we're going to get into a week 1 injury report. The season opening football game, Kansas City Chiefs football, is back in less than 48 hours from the time this video is posted. And if you're excited for that, I need you guys to get down in the comments. Make it rowdy like we're at Arrowhead. Spam KC in those comments if you're excited and you want to see a Chiefs win on Friday. Let's get into that injury report. We've got 2 players on the injury report that are of note. Both of them are rookies, Jalen Royals and Omar Norman-Lott. Jalen Royals still dealing with knee tendonitis, something that's kept him out of practice for the last couple weeks. Been a situation that we thought would get better. If you saw the last video, we expected him to be playing, barring a setback. But it seems like we've reached that setback point. He hasn't practiced all week, and ultimately he is not traveling with the team to Brazil, so not going to play on Friday. Omar Norman-Lott did travel with the team to Brazil, but is also not expected to play. He was a limited participant in practice all week long, and I honestly think this is overall good news. I mean, you obviously don't ever want to see anybody get injured. That's not great. But when you look at 2 rookies, a 2nd round and 4th round pick, neither of which were expected to be day 1 starters, if that's the only guys you've got on your injury report in the NFL in the year 2025, you're kind of in a pretty good spot, I can't lie, at this point. And I also want to add, we need you guys to subscribe. Friday is the first game of the year. We've got news coming all season long, so make sure you hit the subscribe button. Right now, we're at 72,861 subscribers, and I want to be one of the next channels here at Chad Sports to hit that 100K mark. Help us get there, push us up this season. That's a big goal for us and the Chiefs Kingdom. So help us make it possible over these next few months. Now, let's look at the rest of the Chiefs injury report. Like I said, Jalen Royals and Omar Norman-Lott both limited participants and obviously Jalen Royals did not participate at all this week. And that final practice was on Wednesday, which is why you don't see any reports for Thursday or the rest of the week. But like I said, Hollywood Brown, Jack Cochran, Christian Fulton, Jawan Taylor, Drew Tranquil, and Jared Wiley, all guys who've struggled with injuries over the offseason, were full participants on Monday and Tuesday and traveled with the team down to Brazil. All of those veteran guys who are very important to the team's success, especially guys like Fulton and Hollywood Brown, are going to be available on Friday. So I think overall the takeaways are positive here, in my opinion. And like I said, the Chiefs just tweeted this morning that update that Jalen Royals will not travel with the team. And I think when you look at the receiver depth chart, with Rashee Rice currently suspended, with Jalen Royals out, there's an opportunity here for a couple people. Number 1, in my opinion, is Tyquan Thornton. I think Juju Smith-Schuster could play a significant role, but I kind of expect that. But Tyquan Thornton is a very interesting piece for this Chiefs team. I liked that they kept him on the roster after the preseason. He had a solid preseason with 3 receptions for 87 yards across those 3 games. Didn't play the full game in any of those 3. But I think he could be an interesting deep threat for Patrick Mahomes. It's something the Chiefs have looked for over the last couple of years since losing Tyreek Hill. Just kind of shuffling through guys like Mecole Hardman, Sky Moore. Could Tyquan Thornton, who was expected to step into that role in New England, finally make it work with a better quarterback in Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City? I think this Week 1 game with Jalen Royals and Rashee Rice out presents him probably his best and maybe even only opportunity to do that if he doesn't cash it this time. So very interesting opportunity for Tyquan Thornton to step up this Friday. We will see if he's able to do it, and we will let you guys know with more. We'll give you guys more information on Friday's game, tomorrow in a game preview. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, lock us in so you don't miss that video, and ring that bell. We will see you guys tomorrow.